Hi students, in this video we're going to work with VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP starting on page 209 EA7 D3. So VLOOKUP means to look up vertically, HLOOKUP means to look up horizontally. So first of all, let's look in our exercise here. We're going to find out if the employee makes a donation to the hospital or to the school or both. And if they do, according to how much money they may increase the amount of the donation. So first of all, if we look at we opened up our file and we'd been working on it and we got the Social Security and the Medicare tax and everything figured out. Now if you look down over in this corner here, we have total earnings, hospital donation, and school donation. And so if a person makes $400, they will donate at 1%, 2% to school. If they make $600, they're going to donate 3% or 4%, depending on what they want. Now this little box here, we want to be referring back to this, so the first thing we're going to do is give this a name, this range of cells a name. So we're going to highlight B25, not the headings, B25 down to D29, and we are going to click Formulas, and we're going to use Define Name right here, and we give this a name, and it is going to be called Donation Percentages _ percentage with an S, and say OK. Now another way to do that would have been to just come right up here and click in that cell or this little box up here and just type that in, but that's a shortcut. Okay, the next step is to click on N9. That's where we're going to calculate our donation, and again we're going to use the rounding feature because we only want 2 decimal points. VLOOKUP. Okay, I got that spelled right. Open paren, and now we need to set some of the arguments. So we're going to look in the donation percentages box, and we're going to come down and find out which of these it matches, and then if it matches here, then it's going to go over here and pick up the correct donation amount. Okay, so from over here we look and we figure out how well it's going to look back here to I9, 522 or 440. It's going to come back over here, look at your total earnings, and if it's under 400, then it will do 1%. So let's say 522 will be this one right here. It's going to pick up 2%. If it hits 550, then it's going to go to 2.5. So this one here will be the 2%. This 588 is actually going to calculate at 2.5%. Okay, so now we're on step 5, and we want it to do the donation range. So I start typing DO, oops, and it picked up some different things, and here's my donation percentages. So I'm going to click that. Okay, so it's going to look in donation percentages. See how this turned blue and then that turned blue? And then we're going to do a comma 2 and then close paren times I9 comma 2 close paren. This 2 right here, the N2, has to do with rounding. This 2 means go over to column 2. It always looks in column 1, and then now it says go to column 2. When we do the school donation, this number 2 right here is going to change to a 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I've got this all done right, and I'm going to press enter, and it says I've entered too few arguments for this function. So I've got a problem. So I say, okay, let's go back and look and see what I was supposed to do. Equals round, open paren, VLOOKUP, open paren. Donation percentages, comma, 2, close paren, I9, comma, 2, close paren. Tap enter. Okay, I still have something wrong. I got to check again. I have equal round, parentheses VLOOKUP. I'm glad this happened here so you can see how I do this. And then I'm doing my close parentheses. I'm taking it all out. I'm going to start over. Round, open VLOOKUP, close parentheses, and I want, oops, it says to do formulas. Oh, I do this differently is what one of my problems is. VLOOKUP. Okay, so continue with the formula by typing I9, shift I9, comma, DO, donation percentages, comma, 2, close paren, times, I think that's where I had my mistake, I9, comma, 2, close paren, and then enter. Okay, see that? I had to take my time, and I think where I had my mistake was right here with the multiplication. I didn't have the multiplication sign in there. You might have noticed that as I was doing the video here, but okay, so now that's good. Now I'm going to click in cell N9, and I need to take and make I9 a $sign in front of the I. See, I want the I, where's I? I want this to stay this. I always want it to be an I. When it comes back here, I want it to always look in I and not in J or anything like that. I want it to look in I, but I want it to go down the row. So in here, this I9, I'm going to need to put a $sign in front of the I, or I could hit F4 3 times and it will do it. And do you see the other I9 in here? Right there. So two I9s, putting $signs and making it an absolute column. Okay. And now I press my enter key, and now I want to fill that down. And then I want to copy this formula and put it into the school donation. And remember, I said that instead of looking in column 2, it's going to look over here in column 3. So on step number 8, it says change the 2 to 3 and press enter, and I think I filled this ahead of time, and so they wanted me to select those two and then fill down both of them at the same time. That's what number 9 is, and so I filled it and I did it ahead of time. Okay, now we're almost finished with this one. Range P9 to P13, check number, turn back one page, and we have Lassiter, he's at 507, and then we have 508, 509, 510. I don't have to type all those in, I can just fill. Oh, it filled. I have to do two of them at least. 508, oops, 8, and then now I can do 2, and then pull them down, and I think it'll fill. There we go. So I got my check numbers in, and the last one is a very simple one. Our net pay, remember, is taking our total earnings minus all of our deductions. So we're going to type equals sum, open paren, oops, I got something else in there, equals sum, open paren, H9 to H13, close the paren, press my enter key, net pay 250, and does that look right? Not to me.